All right, folks. Thanks for checking out the video. I want to play a clip here from former Vice President Mike Pence during an appearance he made today on the Clay Travis and Buck Sexton radio show. Now, he was asked by Clay Travis whether should he take office as the next president, would he commit to pardoning Donald Trump from the bogus charges that have been levied against him. So I'm going to play the clip, and then we'll talk a little bit about it.
I want to circle back to the first question there because I don't think you directly answered it. So let's presume you're fortunate enough to take oath of office January 2025. You become the next president of the United States. Donald Trump is convicted of what I think you would agree are clearly, to a large degree, political-based charges. He is facing time in prison. Maybe they even put handcuffs on him and walk him into a prison. Would you pardon him from those federal charges?
Well, first off, these are serious charges. And as I said, I can't defend what's been alleged, but the president does deserve to make his defense. And I would say to each one of you, look, I've been a former governor. I've actually granted pardons to people. And I take the pardon authority very seriously. It's an enormously important power of someone in an executive position. And I just think it's premature to have any conversation about that right now, guys. I really
Why would you? But hold on. Let me just ask you that because I think as a matter of principle, if you believe, as both Buck and I do, that Donald Trump is being prosecuted to a large extent for political-based reasons, something that has never happened in the 240-plus year history of the United States, that we are setting an awful precedent here. And I think it's important to look at this even before the case has taken place. You've read the indictment. You know what the allegations are. They are serious. Right. But to me, what is gained by allowing Donald Trump to be put in prison in the event he was convicted is we lose infinitely more by not just taking a principled stand and saying as a matter of principle, this shouldn't happen. I'm not going to allow it. To me, if you're the executive, you are the ultimate decider. With all due respect, when you aren't telling us what your decision would be, I think you're dodging the question and frankly not stepping up on the front of leadership, which in the past you've been willing to do. So to me, not answering is a no.
Well, look, number one, I don't think you know what the president's defense is, do you? I mean, what are the facts? I mean, look, we either believe in our judicial process in this country or we don't. We either stand by the rule of law, we don't. I just what I would tell you is I think as someone who has
what I'm hearing is you're fine with Donald Trump being put in prison, sir, and that to me, since you were his vice president, feels pretty disrespectful.
I had a standard rule. I don't talk about hypotheticals. Look, we don't know what the president's defense here is. I think he's entitled to make his defense, entitled to have his day in court. And look, let's take it one step at a time. But I would just tell you that
but if you know that these are political charges, and you do, this is not a difficult decision.
Clay, I think we've gotten what we're going to get here in terms of an answer to this one.
I think any conclusion by anyone running for the presidency of the United States that would prejudge the facts in this case or prejudge the investigation into President Biden or his family is premature. Let's let the process play out. Let's follow the facts, and I promise you, as president of the United States, I'll do just that.
Okay. All right. So that was Mike Pence giving a totally bogus, mealy-mouthed answer to a very simple question. Now, he says either we believe in the rule of law or we don't, but what do you do when the rule of law has been corrupted? You know, we all know that these charges are completely bogus against Trump. It's an effort to basically make him into someone that will not be able to run for president or to try and turn people off from supporting him, which isn't happening. So for Mike Pence, who was picked by Donald Trump to serve as vice president, to not unequivocally say that, yes, we know that these charges are bogus, and if I'm elected next president, Donald Trump is going to be pardoned. Plain and simple. It's not that hard, but he wouldn't do that. And shout out to Clay Travis for pressing the issue and saying, well, sounds to me like, sir, that you're comfortable seeing Donald Trump, should it come to it, put in handcuffs and put in a jail cell. So Mike Pence is done. Whatever sliver of a chance he had at even getting the nomination is gone. If we look at the polls here, we see Mike Pence is at about 4%. So he's done. Whatever, and I would expect that number to decline as other polls come out. Now we look at Mike Pence. His big claim to fame, other than being selected as President Trump's running mate, was that he was elected to the governorship of Indiana in 2012. Now we know Indiana is a red state. It's a fairly conservative state. Donald Trump won the state by double digits both times he ran for president. Now, Mike Pence in 2012 was elected governor by less than 3 points. Less than 3 points in a state Donald Trump won by double digits. And this just goes to show you that Mike Pence is not even that popular in his home state, where any generic Republican should be able to win by a minimum of 10 points. And he beat his Democrat opponent in a squeaker. So sad to say, but Mike Pence doesn't have what it takes to be in elected office at this point. So I don't think he has any political future at this point. If maybe he'll take a high-paying job as a contributor to Fox News or CNN or one of these places, but he has no future in elected politics. So let me know what you all think. And as always, we'll see you on the next one.